Hello, Gate Campers and Rock Smashers. It is your bite-sized weekly dose of New Eden news, tips, and information. After a brief dip over the weekend, Plex is now back up to an average of around 193,000. After this week's weekly update, we'll also see new 30-day login rewards. What they will be is anybody's guess, as there's currently just a mock-up. On the official Echoes Discord, you can find a vote for how you want low-sec gun safety to work. There are 3 options. Your vote is your own. I'm not going to influence that. It would be really cool if we didn't try and change what makes Eve, Eve. Retrievers have made it into the game, and just as quickly as that, they are also getting ganked left, right, and center. Make sure you have escort. Keep your eyes open. Don't lose that shiny new boat. Here's where this week's corp ad would go, if I had one. Send me your corp ads, your alliance ads, your killmails, even your bounties. It's a free service. Email us at emailtheslap@gmail.com. It's in the show notes. Make your corporation known to the hundreds of people that are listening. Survival tips this week are all about fittings, specifically tank. Rule number 1, don't mix your tank. Use a shield tank or armor tank, not both. Check your ship's description, see if it has bonuses for shields or armor, and if not, just see which one has more hit points in. Likewise, don't throw a variety of weapons on there. Stick to what the ship has bonuses for. And stick to the right size weapon while you're at it. If it doesn't list specific bonuses, you could just stick to what that faction uses. For instance, Caldari mainly use missiles, Galente use railguns, Minmatar cannons, and Amar lasers. Trust me, when you stick to the right tank and the right weapons loadout, you can be a little bit more effective. Also, filling your lows with warp stabs just kind of ruins your fit. Two weeks ago, we talked to Grizzled Yvette Fell, and now we've got him back to see how the experience is going. How you doing, Fell?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. So, it's been 2 weeks. You've been in Echoes. How's it turning out?
It has its ups and downs.
Well, let's start with the downs. What's getting you down?
Things that I'm used to in Eve that aren't here, like D-Scan, the Lactera, which is also an up, but it's also a down.
It will be added eventually.
Call me old school, but not sure I like the whole completely replace the whole under insurance instead of just giving you a small ISK payout. Which is also a nice thing. It's like everything I dislike has its bonuses, and everything I like has its dislikes built in.
The insurance vouchers are only for the trainer halls and the JNU and CanU. Anything else bugging you about it?
The local window being always shut when you log in and having to open it. Again, I have my likes about that as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty small button press there.
You know, it's kind of more of a have to get used to wait thing, because I can see the bonuses to people that want to go hunting people for a lot of those, and I can see the disadvantages on that same front. I think the biggest part of it's going to be adjusting. Once I've adjusted, it won't be so I dislike this.
Yeah, I'm still noticing little things that are slightly different or sometimes completely different from what I expect them to be.
I absolutely like the way the skills are redone. Like the support skills are missing. Skills that if you catch someone who didn't catch that they needed this and this support skills, they find themselves at a huge disadvantage where they thought they had an advantage. And all of that's missing. Well, at the same time, it streamlines training and allows you to progress quicker. And you don't accidentally miss a support skill that could have saved you in a fight.
Positives. Anything you're presently surprised with?
I'm liking the skill windows. Once you get past the basic, hey, this is your first day here, and it introduces you to more of the options under the skill windows, I'm really liking the way it's laid out. Kind of wish they'd lay Eves out like that. They break it down: cruising technology, maintenance technology, electronics, weapons technology, under all of your ship skills and combat skills, and then all of the industrial and social and science and other stuff on the other side. And so I'm absolutely liking that layout. I like the ability to break down, these are the skills that are pertinent to what I want to do. The ability to click, and I'm autopiloting all the way to where I left something randomly and I want to go get it. As opposed to, well, I've got all this time that I have to sit here and fly my ship.
Yeah, the autopilot is nice. Just run into people who try and rely on it too much or think it'll keep them safe in low sec, and it will not. Well, that's some obvious differences in what's good and what's bad. What have you been doing the last 2 weeks?
Mostly just training destroyer skills and randomly ratting. And losing that Chinese destroyer thing.
The Zhoney?
Yes.
And what'd you lose it to?
Stupidity.
Oh, that's a killer.
So I was going to warp out of a mission, bit off a bit more than I could chew on a mission, and had the afterburner going, and on reflex turned it off after I hit warp and made my warp out time take insanely longer than it should have. So while I'm sitting there going, we can warp anytime now. The armor's melting. We can warp. And then the ship died. I got the ship back. I brought it back, and now I'm refitting it very slowly as I'm watching weapon technology medium cannon operation level 5 train.
Done any PvP yet?
I got into 2 fights, and both times the guy warped off, which surprised me because I've had people telling me people don't know how to warp off.
Yeah, a lot of people are filling every low slot in every ship with warp stabs. Which, by the way, don't do that. You're completely ruining your fit. Did you have appropriate decomposer skills when you used the Zhoney?
I had level 4 decomposer skills.
Kind of a badass little ship.
Yes.
So you got in a couple fights, done some missions.
Got no kills, didn't lose a ship in the PvP, which is nice.
You joined a corporation.
No, I'm planning on sometime next week to kick somebody I know and going, hey, where are you? Let me come join you. Probably, well, actually, that would be this week. Probably Wednesday or so. Which brings up the way, without the D-scan and the small fleet sizes, the extreme importance of being able to do things with people. Because that's going to be your lifeline out there with everything being as limited as it is in this game.
Well, then you think you're going to keep playing it.
Well, I'm definitely going to keep playing it. It gives me something to do casually. I can play EVE casually versus EVE Online, where you ain't playing this casually.
You think it's something you would recommend to other EVE vets?
I've been kicking a few people.
All the people who just downloaded this cool mobile phone game. You think EVE Echoes is for the casual player?
It has a lot to offer a casual player. If the markets can stabilize and people can start building things for lower cost, and you can see the prices start going down a little, I think casual players will have a lot more of enjoyment out of it. But it definitely has a lot to offer casual players as it is. So I see some casuals going, yep, nope, after a little bit, but most of them I think might try and tough it out.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Some will bail. So what's going to happen when the EVE vets and the casual mobile gamers collide?
My money is if you take a fleet of EVE Echoes casuals who haven't played or maybe quickly tried and said, nope, not for me, EVE Online, and put them up against a fleet of bitter vets from EVE Online, whichever side has adjusted to this game the quickest is going to win that fight. All other things being equal.
All right, Phil. We appreciate you coming back, talking with us again.
Thank you for having me back.
Killmail of the week. In Cloud Ring, the Collective lost a citadel to Terran Federation after a lengthy fight between hundreds of pilots. That station Killmail was worth about 4.2 billion ISK. Watch out for your new structures, people. that does it for us for another week. If you've got any news, tips, kill mails, score pads, bounties, anything else, get in touch. And as always, for a deep dive of the week's most important stories and the weekend review, check out Echoes from the Front on YouTube. Link is in the description. Alright guys, fly safe.